The raid on Redwood Heights has shattered the illusion of safety that Eternity Incorporated tried to maintain. Alina's desperate push to leak the evidence finally paid off, sending the truth surging through the media and sparking a firestorm of outrage. Survivors were pulled from the facility broken, terrified, but alive, and the world is only beginning to comprehend the scale of the crimes committed. Newsrooms buzzed as anchors reported on the resurrection trade, the illegal body-swapping operation that catered to the wealthy at the expense of the vulnerable. Public anger swelled overnight, demanding justice for the victims and accountability for those who profited from the trade. This episode of the Afterlife Trap is brought to you by the upcoming novel Demon Protocol.
Kirkus Reviews calls it an engaging and plausible techno-thriller and gave it their Get It verdict.
Callum Chase, author of Surviving AI, says it's a very enjoyable, fast-moving page-turner.
Readers' favorite raves, believable and terrifying technology, a spectacular read. And another reviewer calls it a roller coaster of a book, crisp writing, immersive settings, and larger-than-life characters.
Demon Protocol, available September 25th from fine booksellers. Joseph Brennan leaned back in his leather chair, staring at the towering cityscape through the vast windows of his office. He gripped his glass of whiskey, the amber liquid trembling as his hand shook. The news ticker on the wall-mounted screen scrolled relentlessly. Breaking news. Redwood Heights raid exposes illegal body transfer operations. Eternity Incorporated implicated. The conference room at Eternity Inc.'s headquarters was filled with tension as board members whispered among themselves, exchanging uneasy glances. The mahogany table gleamed under the fluorescent lights, and holographic projections of news reports floated above the center of the room, displaying headlines that spelled out their doom. Redwood Heights raid exposes illegal body transfer scandal. Eternity Incorporated implicated in resurrection trade. Victims speak out, forced transfers and corporate greed. Ava Moreno stood at the head of the table, her hands flat on the polished wood, eyes narrowed as she took in the room. Her usual calm demeanor was stretched thin, anger simmering beneath the surface. The murmurs died down as she cleared her throat.
"We need to get to the bottom of this,"
she said sharply.
"We're in damage control mode, but nothing we say will hold up if we don't understand exactly what happened. I want answers. Now."
An older board member, Leon Redding, adjusted his glasses.
Ava, we've been going through internal communications for hours. The more we dig, the worse it looks. The funding for Redwood Heights, millions of dollars, was funneled through shell companies directly linked to our research budget. Brennan authorized every transfer.
Ava straightened.
"You're sure about that?"
Leon nodded.
His personal authorization codes are on every financial document we've recovered. It's not just a single rogue employee. It's Brennan himself. He built the resurrection trade from the ground up.
Another board member, Marissa Clark, leaned forward, her face pale.
"We thought it was legitimate research, an extension of the Forever program. Brennan gave vague presentations on consciousness preservation, and we approved the budget because he framed it as enhancing the Forever program's stability. No one questioned him because he's Brennan."
Ava let out a slow, controlled breath.
He was leveraging his own reputation to push this through without scrutiny. He knew no one would challenge him.
The room fell silent, and another board member, Desmond Grant, spoke up.
"If this gets out, if it's proven that Brennan orchestrated this, we're looking at criminal charges, not just for him, but for all of us."
Ava's eyes hardened.
"Not if we act now. We need to distance the company from Brennan entirely. We'll issue a statement condemning his actions and emphasize that this was done without the board's knowledge. We have to act fast before the entire company collapses under the weight of public outrage."
Leon hesitated.
Ava, what about you? You're next in line. But if Brennan drags us down,
I'll take the helm.
Ava interrupted, her voice firm.
We'll make it clear that Brennan acted independently. I'll push for reform and transparency. It's the only way we can survive this.
Marissa cleared her throat.
If we're doing this, we need to act now. He can't know what's coming.
Ava nodded.
I'll handle it. I'll confront him personally.
Desmond gave her a wary glance.
Be careful. If he senses the tide turning, he might lash out.
Ava allowed herself a grim smile.
Let him try.
Joseph Brennan leaned back in his leather chair, swirling his whiskey as he stared at the chaotic newsfeed on the wall. The ticker screamed about the Redwood Heights raid and the implications for Eternity Incorporated. His phone buzzed on the desk, dozens of missed calls, messages piling up. He ignored them all, focusing instead on how to spin this disaster. Then the phone rang again, displaying a familiar name. Senator Helen Whitmore. He hesitated, then answered, forcing calm into his voice.
Senator?
Joseph,
Whitmore's voice snapped, laced with fury.
what the hell did you do?
He took a slow breath.
Calm down, Helen. It's not as bad as it looks.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
She barked.
My office is being bombarded with questions. Reporters are digging into every campaign donation, every bill I sponsored that favored Eternity Incorporated. You swore to me that this was legitimate research, legal and above board.
It was.
Brennan insisted, trying to sound confident.
We were on the verge of a breakthrough.
Breakthrough? You were butchering people to give the rich new lives.
Whitmore shot back.
Federal agents are pulling records as we speak. Your name is on everything. I can't protect you from this.
He set his jaw.
Helen, I need time to handle this. We can still...
There is no we anymore.
She hissed.
If you don't get in front of this and take responsibility, you're going to be dragged through a public trial. And if you try to pin any of this on me, I will bury you. Fix it, Joseph, or you're on your own.
The line went dead. Brennan clenched his fists, his mind racing. Before he could process Whitmore's warning, his intercom crackled.
Mr. Brennan, Miss Ava Moreno is here to see you.
He took another sip of whiskey.
Send her in.
Ava strode in, her presence commanding, eyes cold and unwavering. Brennan didn't bother to stand.
Ava,
He greeted, trying to sound casual.
damage control?
She didn't sit, crossing her arms instead.
You've done more than damage, Joseph. You've destroyed us.
He forced a smirk.
A bit dramatic, don't you think?
No,
She shot back.
the board knows everything. We found your authorization on the Redwood Heights transactions. Carnell is talking. The evidence is overwhelming, and it's all pointing to you.
Brennan forced a laugh.
Carnell's trying to save his own skin. The guy's a loose cannon. We can discredit him.
Don't bother.
Ava said.
The data is ironclad. You funneled millions to cover up illegal transfers and even funded Dr. Crow's experiments with Felicia Reyes.
He froze, but Ava didn't give him a chance to react.
Why did you greenlight Crow's project? You knew the risks. Did you even care about the fallout?
Brennan clenched his jaw.
I did what needed to be done. The Forever program was failing. People didn't want digital immortality. They wanted flesh and blood. We were losing market confidence.
So you resorted to murder.
Ava said, flatly.
You didn't just kill them. You stripped them of their souls. Did you ever stop to think about the lives you were destroying?
He glared at her.
You're just as ambitious as I am. You would have done the same in my place.
No.
She replied icily.
I wouldn't have crossed that line. And now you're going to pay for it. The board has voted unanimously to remove you as CEO. You'll be announcing your resignation within the hour.
He scoffed.
You're throwing me under the bus? I built this company.
You built your own downfall.
She snapped.
And if you don't resign, the board will hand over every incriminating file to the feds tonight. You'll face criminal charges. Your legacy will be ruined.
The sound of pounding on the door made them both turn. Brennan's assistant's voice trembled through the intercom.
Sir, security and federal agents are here.
The door burst open and armed officers entered, their weapons drawn. One stepped forward, showing a badge.
Joseph Brennan, you are under arrest for human trafficking, illegal medical experimentation, and conspiracy to commit murder.
Brennan glared at Ava, his voice low and venomous.
You could have stopped this.
She didn't waver.
You deserve every bit of it.
The agents pulled his arms behind his back and cuffed him. As they led him out of the office, Brennan fought to keep his head high, but he could feel his empire crumbling around him. Employees watched, some with horror, others with satisfaction. Reporters outside the building swarmed forward as Brennan was shoved into the back of a police car. He caught one last glimpse of Ava through the glass doors, already stepping up to the podium outside the building. Cameras flashed as she addressed the world, her voice steady and clear.
We are committed to full transparency,
she said.
We had no knowledge of Mr. Brennan's unauthorized experiments or his illegal dealings. Effective immediately, I will be assuming the role of CEO to restore public trust. Eternity Inc. will cooperate fully with all investigations, and we pledge to support the victims and their families in any way possible.
Brennan seethed, his knuckles white behind his back. He had been the architect of the future, immortality within reach, and now it was all ashes. As the car pulled away, he realized that Ava was already being hailed as the savior of the company. He had thought that death was the enemy, but in the end, it was his own ambition that destroyed him. In our next episode of The Afterlife Trap, what began as exposure now demands accountability. In the halls of power, the fight over justice and the future of humanity is about to ignite. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to get updates as the next episode and other new videos become available.